The story you're about to hear is one of the most disturbing cases to have ever emerged from Europe. Imagine a quiet apartment building in a peaceful Czech town where a mother turns her own basement into a chamber of horrors. This isn't fiction. This is the true story of Klara Mauerova and the basement cult that tortured her sons in the name of spiritual cleansing. It started in Kurum, a small town near Brno, Czech Republic. In the mid-2000s, Klara Mauerova seemed like any single mother, quiet, reserved, raising her two young sons, Jacob and Andre. But behind closed doors, something sinister was unfolding. Klara had always struggled emotionally. After her relationship ended, she leaned heavily on her sister Katerina. Then came Barbara Krunklova, a charismatic woman who befriended the sisters. Barbara had a condition that made her appear much younger, and she exploited it masterfully. She inserted herself into their lives, posing at times as a vulnerable adopted daughter named Annika, a 13-year-old girl. Under Barbara's influence, and possibly tied to a breakaway group from the Grail movement, the household warped into something unrecognizable. They developed twisted beliefs. Children carried impurities, and only extreme suffering could purify them. Pain wasn't punishment. It was salvation. The boys, Jacob, around 10, and little Andre, just 8, became the targets. They were locked in a makeshift cage in the basement, starved, chained, beaten, gagged so their cries couldn't escape. The abuse escalated. Knives were used to cut their skin. Flesh was removed. And in sickening rituals, parts were consumed by the adults. Not out of hunger, but as a symbolic act of domination and spiritual participation. The group believed it bound them together in their warped ideology. Klara didn't snap in rage. She obeyed. She participated. Maternal love twisted into blind devotion to the group's beliefs. For months, no one suspected. Neighbors saw nothing unusual. No screams leaked out. Until May 2007. A man next door was setting up a wireless baby monitor for his newborn. When he turned it on, he didn't see his own baby. He intercepted the signal from Klara's basement cameras she had installed so she could watch the torments from her kitchen. What he heard and saw, a child in agony, pleading. Police stormed in. They found Andre chained and gagged in a tiny space, emaciated, covered in wounds. Jacob had also endured months of the same nightmare. The basement was a torture chamber, cages, restraints, tools of cruelty. The women were arrested. Barbara, still posing as young Annika, was taken to a children's home, then vanished. Months later, she resurfaced in Norway, disguised as a 13-year-old boy named Adam, fooling authorities again. In court, the women blamed each other. Klara claimed manipulation by a mysterious doctor sending text with instructions, texts that never truly existed. Psych evaluations showed extreme suggestibility, group dissociation, moral collapse. Barbara was the architect, pulling strings through charisma and deception. Klara received 9 years, Katerina 10, Barbara 5. The boys survived, scarred physically and emotionally, but alive. The boys were rescued, but the scars remain. This wasn't the work of a lone monster. It was ordinary people, families surrendering empathy to ideology. When belief overrides conscience, evil wears a familiar face. If chilling European cases that expose the darkness of human psychology resonate with you, hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Fatal Truth with notifications on. we dig into the truths most people never hear. Some horrors don't come from strangers,